gentlemen, we're now going to have a speech from today's group, Mr. Robert Roller.
Thank you. So this is what it feels like. I suppose I've been very lucky that I've been at top tables with my own family and beside me, and I was always looking up at the group because they're obviously quite the group until today. So it's a great experience, I must say, and it's something that I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. The first thing I'd like to say is, isn't she looking absolutely amazing? Yeah, she's top drawer, and also because I've been waiting so long for this day, obviously very excited. But really, it's the next 4 words that I'm really excited about, and I'm about to do the thank yous, but I'm going to start that with my wife and I. Yay! So yeah, we'd like to start off with saying a couple of thank yous. Obviously, you know, something like this massive life event doesn't happen very easily, and a lot of people have to give help. And we'd just like to make a couple of quick thank yous to those people, especially number one, everybody here today. Without you guys, you make an event like this happen because it's the people or friends or family who care about us, and that's why we want you here in the church to witness everything, and obviously tonight to party and entertain everybody. And we thank you for your cards and gestures as well, by the way, so thank you for all of that. While I'm on the topic, there's obviously a lot of people who have travelled to be here today within our own country. We have, I think, I've jotted down some counties, and forgive me if I miss anything, but we have Offaly, Tipperary, Kerry, and my father said the noisy neighbours, Cork. We have Waterford, Tip, Monaghan, yeah, Offaly. We said Offaly, isn't it? We have where else? We have Dublin, and of course we have Galway. Meath as well. Sorry about that. Yeah, but you're only down the road. Yeah. So just, I suppose, while I'm on Galway, I'd just like to say as well to my own neighbours who have travelled up, you've been very good to our family at home, and very good to Mum and Dad, and you know who you are. So thank you for that as well. Absolutely. I suppose internationally, we have people who've travelled long distances, our family and friends in the UK, most notably London. Thank you for coming. We have the lovely Catherine who's come all the way from New York City, so thank you for that. And we have Brian and Steph from Amsterdam, so thank you for that. And again, I will add to what John said earlier, congratulations to you guys. And I suppose that wedding would be a very good wedding for Siobhan and I, because we've let her hair down with that. That's for sure. So thank you. What else am I going to have to say here now? Yeah, I think that's pretty much done. Oh, actually, sorry, while I'm on Steph, a top lady who has given so much in the last few weeks. There's so many things that she's helped us with the wedding. I actually can't name them out because it's just the list to be too long. It's fantastic. She's a talented individual in terms of artists and whatever else she does. It's unbelievable. She's really, really good, and I just like to thank her from the bottom of her heart. Just moving swiftly on to the church. Father Noon unfortunately couldn't be with us. He had another engagement today, but he was top class. He was really, really good. He made it very easy for us today to get married, and he was just great support throughout. All the people as well in the church, the volunteers or staff, whoever put everything together, it was top class. He loved the business. It was a lovely church, and it was really, really good. To the readers and singers, again, the readers were very good, singers excellent. One of the readers, actually, quite funny story, that when I said about the one of the readings, I said it was in Latin. I think they kind of believed me, and they were a bit nervous, but anyways, little joke, so it was all good. To the hotel, again, myself and Siobhan are based in London, so it's not quite that easy to try and plan something like this from a distance, but the hotel had been top class, and today the staff, as you can see, the food and everything they presented was really, really good. Manjeet and Jer, thank you, massive thank you to you. You were very, very good and kind to us, and I appreciate that. To chef. This is a double one because number one, the food was exceptional and very, very good. Mary was top drawer, but also I'd say she's the only chef in the kitchen at the moment that is a very nervous lady because she's a proud Waterford woman. So I'm hearing she's off the match, so obviously we'd like to see the best team win, and hopefully that team is Galway. But big thank you to her. Alina, what are we going to say? The lady who put together all of this for us, coordinated the wedding, again, as we were in London, and to back and forth on email and on the phone, and to be fair, she won the majority of it, but she's been top class and really, really professional, very easy to deal with, but she has a massive heart. She was very caring. She put the little finishing touches onto everything. And I must say, from both myself and Siobhan, bottom of her heart, she's been really, really good. And a big thank you goes to her. Now, Ship's family. John's lovely, kind words earlier on. I'd like to thank him for that. But I suppose, really, with Ship's family, it meant so much to us as a couple, because family means a lot to me. And obviously when I walked into Siobhan's house for the first time, first thing that struck me was that her family were amazing. They were really, really good. They accepted me in straight away. There was never a doubt with them. And there was, I suppose, another thing that actually, when I walked into that house, it reminded me of the railway station, because it was literally people coming and going. There was lots of activity, and it was exactly like my own house in Galway. So I suppose I could resonate with that, and that made it very easy for myself and Siobhan's relationship to blossom, because the family were so good. But I was brought up in a way with my own parents that, you know, a house is a house until the family make it a home. And the second I walked into Siobhan's parents' house, I found that straight away. There's lots of love in that house. So I'd like to personally thank Thomas, Catherine, Doug, Brian, and Anne and John. And to Anne, I definitely miss the roast dinners on the Sunday, Anne. They're a top drawer. Really, I used to enjoy that every Sunday going over, and hopefully we'll have that back. To John, what can I say? Sure, look, I missed the rounds of golf, John. It was, you're a competitive man yourself with all the running that you've done, and that definitely comes out on the golf course. So I just would like to add, though, John forgot to mention that on Irish soil, he hasn't beaten me. So I just want to get that in there, you know. We were, anytime he's beat me, we were on holidays, and sure, look, when you're on holidays, you're on holidays. You're not good. And the 50 cents that he owes me, it was actually 250. But also, because I'm in London now, I actually want that in sterling, so you can give me the rest of that. Yeah, well, actually close enough, I suppose, all right. Now, to my own family, we're again here, I suppose. Yep, brother. Now, I'm the youngest of 7, and I suppose you'd be fooled into thinking that I'd be spoiled, and you'd be right. To my brothers, my sisters, sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws, I'd like to put up a massive thank you to all of you, because, you know, as growing up, you were always there for me, whether it was advice, whether it was, money, whether it was getting me a summer job, whatever the case was, you guys were always there, and I appreciate that. One of the biggest things I appreciate, though, is that you're lovely families, and I'm a very proud uncle to be here, to stand here today. So I'd like to thank you all for that. And just as I was talking about being an uncle, obviously a lot of lovely nieces and nephews. And one mention I want to give today is to Prissy Zola, who's my nephew. Who's no longer with us. Yes. So I'd just like to thank him today, because he would be beside me shortly at this top table.
Stay with us. Stay with us.
if anything goes wrong, I'm doing it. Because he'll be laughing down top of the gym. So thank you to him, to his memory. What a great place to put mum and dad next. Now, to these two, what can I say about them? 56 years married, as they say, and they're still like a couple of young ones. They're unreal. You know, we all travel through life, and we try to reach the peaks, but we all have obviously teachers at the start, and my two parents helped me, or that to me, so I'd like to say thank you to that, for them, for being my first teachers. And on behalf of all of our family, actually, all my brothers and sisters, I'd like to thank you, because they raised us with a lot of manners, a lot of etiquette, hard work, and everything that they put into their family. Just was 110% fault. So they're very similar actually to myself and Siobhan, because Dad came up from Kerry as a young man, very proud Kerry man, as we all know, and he came up to Galway working, and he actually befriended Uncle Pat and Christy, Lord rest them now, but he became great friends with them, and then he got to meet their sister, now Maureen Lawler. So they then travelled they got married, travelled to the UK, so very similar to myself and Siobhan. Came back, got a pub in Kerry, sold that, went up to Galway, got a farm, and then Dad went into construction. And very proud that actually he was involved in the refurbishment of the K Club in 1991. So that was a great thing. But they've just, I suppose, put it all, they worked very, very hard to raise us all, and I'd like to really put a big, massive thank you out to them. And I'm just going to finish on Mum and Dad, just with two little stories, because they are exceptionally funny people as well, and they have a funny way of putting things around. But with Dad, I remember back in 91, I used to come up to the K Club to work with Dad for a day, and I was great, you know, I was only a kid, and I ended up coming up, and I saw the little greenkeeper had the little tractor thing, and I never saw one of these things before, and as a kid I was like, that's unreal. So Dad goes, what you can do now, you can go out with him for the day and see the golf course. So I was like, that's great. About 6 hours later, after checking 180 sprinkler heads, I had to come back in, and he goes, that's what golf's all about now, you're going to have to get some errands. And the man just hates golf. So that was his work ethic that he had done for me, which was great. It's Maureen Lawler, what can I say, her famous Maggie Thatcher. it's that for a reason. So I'll just tell you a very quick story on Mum, and I have lots of them, but I'll tell you some of them I can't tell you, but I'll just tell you this one. I was about 17, I just started driving, and as it went, the couple of the early runs was to bring Mum and Dad to the pub, 2 hours and back, and I was delighted, you know, to get the opportunity to drive. So I remember bringing Mum and Dad to the pub over to Kerry's in Caltra, and on the button I'd be back in 2 hours to collect them. And I'd walk in, I'd see all my neighbours in Caltra and whatever, and say hello to a few people. And I saw Dad at the bar, and I just went, I didn't even say anything, just nodded, and he knew exactly straight away, oh, out, gone. And Dad was very functional. So I came out, we both sat in the car, and 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes passed. Geez, you're going to have to go in there and get that woman. So I said, all right. So I got out and went in anyway, and again all the same people were there, and I remember Mum was sitting down in low stools in Kerry's, and all her friends were around her, and there was other people at the bar. And I just went down, and really mannerly, and I leant over and I whispered in her ear, and I said, Mum, I said, myself and Dad are outside in the car, and we're waiting, so when are we ready? Come out. And just as I was coming up from bending down, she turns around to me, and she looks up, and she goes, you listen here to me now. I waited for you for 9 months. You'll wait for me for 5 more minutes. So I'm a person who doesn't really get embarrassed that often, but I tell you one thing, that was the schooling, absolutely on the spot. So that was my mum and dad. So brilliant woman, brilliant people, and I just hope I hope that at some point along the way that your baby made you proud. Now to the groomsmen, these three boys beside me. Look, I appreciate how much you've done for me leading up to the wedding and stag and all that, and it was all great fun. And hopefully none of it will be in the speech that Mike's going to say. So with Tomas, you know, it's kind of a training day for Tom because he's up to the lovely Katrina in April getting married. So congratulations to you guys, and we're all looking forward to that. So that'll be another great day. To Kieran, he's been calling me the Godfather all day, which is a very nice thing to do. But I suppose I am his Godfather, so I know met him say that. So that's quite good. Oh yeah, Kieran's singing it, by the way. You made me say that too. Yeah, now to Mike, look, my best friend, my best neighbour, thanks for being there for me since we're in short pants, and it's I suppose, look, we've been through everything, we've travelled, we've been nights out, we've had numerous experiences, and again, I just hope you do not put any of that on the speech. But cheers, Mick, thanks a million. Okay, let me see where else we're going to go now. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, and that's, I suppose, yeah, I was going to come back to that, but actually I'll just say it now. Mike also has a rare disease, and I think I have to say it because it's very fitting for tonight, but what Mike has, it's called telling lies. So please humour him in his speech when he comes up later on. He's trying his best. Now, and to the belle of the ball, to the bride, what can I say about this woman? She's now my gorgeous wife, and I'm so proud. Absolutely. I started off by saying this, you know, it's a life event, it's a great life event, and this is the greatest day of my life. But the only reason it's that is because that woman right beside me. She is intelligent, she's very, very funny, she has a big heart, she's a passionate foodie, and she's an amazing chef and baker. So I tell you one thing, I'm not complaining about the last two, that's for sure. Let's just give a little insight into what else she is, because she's an amazing person. This all started back on the 28th of June 2013, and I suppose I was at a leave-in do actually with Ulster Bank, so my former colleagues are here, and I got a call to say that there was a leave-in do with a good friend of mine, Derek Lean, who unfortunately he's away, he couldn't make today, and he said, look, come in. He said, I'm leaving work, and he said, you meet up with us, and I said, great. So I went to one leave-in do, went to another leave-in do, and ended up getting introduced to Siobhan by our good friend now Ken Chan, who was her boss at the time, actually, her hiring manager. So thank you to that, Ken. So in the Mercantile in Dublin, we ended up having a great chat. Somewhere along the way, Siobhan thought I worked for accounts in Cuisine de France. Sorry, I don't know where that happened, but she was working in Cuisine de France at the time. Did I see? Okay, well, either or. So I obviously might have made a good impression on Siobhan, so I'm not sure. But followed Siobhan to the nightclub, and I proceeded to know a guy on the door who got us all in for free. I think it was 8 of us. And the first thing that struck me is Siobhan was the first person to come up and buy me a drink and said thanks. So I said, she's very good manners. I said, box number 1 ticked. So we went along then, and so that was box number 1 ticked. Well, hold on a second, I'm getting this right. No, sorry, yeah, box number 1 was ticked. Then I went along and I was actually going, besides how much fun I was going, actually, you know what, this girl is amazing looking, and she's got manners. And I said, she's really good looking. So that was box number 2 ticked. So I was going, this is going to be a great night. And then I said, right, I built up enough courage. I said, I'm going to ask Siobhan for numbers so I can hopefully bring out a date. I went to look for Siobhan. Siobhan ran away. So the chase started. Box number 3 ticked. So to be quite honest, I've been running around after Siobhan since. I still am to this day. But look, I'm just going to finish off with this, and Siobhan is my best friend. She is my soulmate. She means everything to me. She's my trusted advisor when I want her to be. I run everything by her. She's just unbelievable. And two of us today, we're not nervous at all, to be quite honest. And the reason for that is this is just right. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I will continue to love you unconditionally. So, that's it from me, and I'd like to thank you all, and no doubt I'd like to see you letting your hair down and enjoying the night. And as I said, please don't believe a word Mike says when I pass him over. Thank you. Talk to you later.